Hello, hi, how are you? I'm glad you came to visit me. So, today is the third Zoom that we're doing for Sockmas, and I'm so excited to share the session with you. I didn't want to do a starting video like this one, I just wanted to do the Zoom, and then we lost internet connection, so you'll see it's got an odd starting. But first, I want to welcome each and every one of you that are looking and watching and visiting me. And please listen right to the end because I speak to the rules for the giveaway. So please listen carefully and please participate because it's nice and we can have some fun next week. Okay, chat later then. Bye.
Okay.
Here we go. Thank you. Marlene is here today to talk to us about heels, and I'll hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting me speak about socks. I love sock knitting. I do it most of the time. And I am here today to talk about the different types of heels. There are so many more than the ones that I'm going to show you today, but I will show you some of my favorite ones and some that I find make sock knitting so much easier because you don't have to turn anything, but I'll save that one for last. I knit all my socks cuff down on a 2.25 millimeter needle. That's just the way it works the best for me. And my favorite heel is this one. That's the one I learned right from the start, the heel flap and gusset. In the beginning, I just did the heel flap in stockinette, but now I do it with slip stitches, and I like that very much. I like the fit of it. I like the look of it. And then I had a friend who taught me to do like garter ridges. So whether I'm on the right side or the wrong side, I knit the first 3 stitches, and that gives me an edge that makes it so much easier for me personally to pick up the stitches neatly. And then I have the heel turn and then a gusset. So for me, and I think for many Danes, I'm from Denmark, this is the type of heel that we were taught when we learned to knit socks. Yes, I have another heel flap to show you. I like this a lot because I like to knit garter. And this is a heel flap, but it just has garter on the heel flap. So it's just knit stitches all the way, except for the heel turn. Everything else is like any other heel flap in gusset.
That is a very
And
interesting pattern. Sorry, just side
yeah,
note.
this is a Stephen West sock. I think, no, I don't remember which one it was. The Minkling Daisies? I don't know. I think so. I tested this one for him and it's a fun sock,
It's lovely.
as so many of his patterns are. They're challenging and fun, and you learn so much because his video tutorials are amazing. So if you want to learn something new, that's a good way. Yeah. And then I wanted to try a different heel. And I heard about the short row heels. First, I did the fish lips kiss heel, I think that's called. And it uses German short rows, but I did not appreciate the finishing that I got with my short rows. And then I heard about the shadow wrap heel by Earth Tones Girl. And here's an example for that. And this heel works both for cuff down and toe up. You knit it the same either way. So that's just perfect. And like if you're knitting a striped sock, it won't mess with the stripes at all because you just stop at one stripe and then you do the heel and then you continue. So that's perfect. If you do heel stripes with a heel flap and gusset, the stripes will narrow it just a tiny bit. It doesn't bother me, but you know, if you want it to be exactly the same, you can use a short row heel. So this is the shadow wrap heel. And instead of using the German short row stitches, you use twin stitches and then triple stitches. And it's really easy and it's a nice and quick heel. So I really would recommend that. This isn't stockinette. And then I have another version where it's a shadow wrap, but with a twist. And this is in garter stitches, which gives you a little more room in your instep.
Mhm.
This is for a more narrow instep, I would say. And then this one has a tiny bit, maybe you can see it, a teeny tiny heel flap up here. So you knit just like 4 rows of garter, and then you have the shadow wrap heel after that. This is called a wrap-em-all heel, and there's patterns for all of these. I can maybe, Michelle, send you some links you can put under the video.
It will be nice, thank you.
Yeah. And this is a heel that we did not invent this, but we wrote it down, my friend and I. Karen, we're in the Sock Nerders Club, and we have this wrap-em-all vanilla sock. This is not vanilla. I just used the heel on another sock. And I find that this fits me very well. The shadow wrap in itself can ride down a tiny bit under my foot, but when I have this little heel flap too, it just fits me perfectly. It leaves me the room that I need. And that is a personal preference, and we all have different feet, so you kind of have to figure out what fits you. And then, let me see, let me show you this one first. When I first started knitting socks, I just enjoyed every part of it. And then I had one point where I kind of got a little tired of all the turning and all the picking up and everything. And then I heard about the Autumn Acorn. She did the magic heel. So this is just actually a 2x2 ribbing. And then let me put it on a blocker for you. Just a second. Then the ribbing becomes your heel. And this is just genius because it'll fit just about anybody. Like if you're knitting a sock for a child, you can knit it and they can fit it for a long time because of this ribbing right here. It can kind of grow with the child, so to speak. And if you want like a stack of socks next to your door, I'm in Denmark, it's usually cold in the wintertime, so your guests can use them. This would be a good pattern to use that for. It fits okay, but for me, I find that there is a tiny bit of puckering right here on your instep. It doesn't matter, but you know, if you're sensitive to that, you might not want it that way. And then my friend Christina, she invented this heel, and this is one of my favorites. You don't have to turn or anything, you just knitting around, knit, 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 and then you have some ribbing. You have a little cup right here. Sorry for the bad lighting, I hope you can see. There's a little cup right here on the bottom of the foot that like cups around your heel, and then the ribbon gives you the room that you need for the instep. These are called the Gudrun socks. Let me show you this way. Like that. So you can see the little cup sticking out right there. And there's ribbing on each side. But you still just knit in the round, knit, 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 and then you do some increases and some decreases, and then you're back. So this one would also work cuff down and toe up. Her pattern is cuff down, but you just need to knit the other way and then use the instructions for the heel, and then you're done. So that's a good idea if you want to have a sock where you don't have to mess with all those things.
Like me.
Yeah, like so many of us though. Because sock knitting is, for me, something very relaxing. But if I did not enjoy the heel flap and gusset, which I don't mind it at all, it's just potato chippy for me. And then I also want to show you one last heel flap and gusset that I experimented a little bit and I don't like what I did. And you also have to share that. When you knit it in garter, you have more give, so they become more elastic. And I thought, well, why not also do it on the heel turn? First of all, I do not like the way I use this contrast, but I feel that if I have the garter on the flap and on the heel turn right here, it's way too loose. It has way too much give, but that might be perfect if you have a high instep. So you might need this. So that might be a tip for an easy way to do it even more elastic.
Or for a very
Yes.
broad foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Foot, yeah.
For my socks, I need more room on my foot than I need on my ankle. So I have 56 stitches cast on, but 64 for the rest of the foot and the heel. So you can adjust it and modify it in so many ways in just one sock, which is what I love. You can make the perfect fit for you. Yeah. But those were some of my favorite heels. Thank you for letting me chat about them.
Thank you very much. And I really appreciate the 2 new ones and please do send us the links that we can add it to the video, and also I'll add it to the WhatsApp group. Yeah, that was cool. I like the one where it's just a little cup.
Yes, that is my favorite. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And she has a DK version and a fingering weight version.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's nice and easy. Find the sock that you like the most.
Thank you very much for sharing, and thanks for being here, Marlene.
Thank you for letting me.
Okay, so just a quick, let me just see whether I can get us all back. There we go, I think. Okay, so I just want to tell you quickly about how the giveaway is going to work. So the next, sorry, I made myself paper note. And I stuck it to the big screen here behind you. So next week, our last video is the 29th, I think is this Sunday. Is it right? We've got the right date? Let me make double sure. The 29th, yeah. So the 29th is our last Zoom. And I would like the 3 speakers that helped us with these Sockmas series to join us in the Zoom, please. And everyone else who wants to show off their day sock is welcome. If you are not on the Instagram group or on the WhatsApp group, let me know, contact me via Instagram or this video, and then I can add you and make sure that you get the Zoom details to join us. So how it will work is you will need to comment on this video. And I want you to comment and give us the pattern's name that you've done, and who the designer is. And if it's a dare sock, listen to me, a dare sock, just put dare afterwards. So because we will have more than one prize, I'll do one for normal socks and one for a dare sock as an example. And the prizes will be a pattern of your choice. And I thought up to 7 USD will be enough for another sock pattern. That's about 130 Rand, South African Rand. And I will draw during the live. So that's why the people need to please comment on this particular video. Okay. And then I'll ask the winners to email me with your link of your pattern from Ravelry that we can sort things out from there. So you won't get an email or a YouTube message or Instagram message that you won. It will be on this particular video. Great. Thank you very much. Have fun.